Golding told me before the game, both teams are in the top 10. This SEC matchup is going to be hard. He said we have to eliminate all penalties at the line of scrimmage and be the most efficient version of ourselves all season. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. The Rebels ready to kick it away first. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Making side adjustments here. Scanning the field, it's Stockton. He's going for it all. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
On the ground with the counter. It's a fumble on the play. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way.
Well, to open the game, the offense really seemed like they were in a good rhythm, had a couple first downs, and everything's clicking, and all of a sudden, it comes to a screeching halt with that fumble. So they're going to have to be able to regroup and really prioritize ball security here for the rest of the game.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Under fire. He'll get rid of it. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Wants to throw on first down. Here's a heat. Oh, it's a fumble. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
The more hats you have near the football, the more likely you are to cause a fumble. So many guys with their hands wrapping around guys, the ball's bound to pop out occasionally, and you got to be in the right place at the right time.
Here comes the Georgia offense, ready to go on the attack. Got room to work. Picks up the first down. Breaks into the open. Huge play on that one. Took it across the 50, and they'll mark him down at the 45.
And how about the wheels? Makes the big play. And listen, Palmer, when you mess up early in the game, you put the ball on the turf, you want to make it up, that's a great way to do it right there.
Yeah, he's been playing motivated, and this coaching staff, they haven't quit on him. They've kept him a big part of the game plan. He's paying off that confidence.
Back to pass, it's Stockton. He's got an open man. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. So it's not just a strong running game. The Dogs can be dangerous with those weapons up top.
And I think when you've seen Georgia really dominate in college football over the last several years, it's because they've been more aggressive, more willing to throw the football early downs, trust their quarterback, not just the ground game.
The Bulldogs come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Runs through the tackle. Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Makes it. Got enough space. Touchdown, Bulldogs. First points of the day are on the board. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. It's complete to the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Wants to fire on second down. That's caught. It's Lacey. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. This third down a little longer after that penalty. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the first down?
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen. 7-yard pickup on that one. It's now 2nd and 3.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. Might have a chance. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. And the Rebels have this offense rolling. Looking downfield on first down. To the end zone, and it's picked off. Down in the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to throw. It's Stockton. Under fire. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
2nd and short, maybe looking for a shot. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. Still third down, but more ground to cover after the flag. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Finds the tight end. He stopped at the 23 and still a ways to go to pick up the first down. They're throwing for it on fourth down. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
The run inside. It's Phillips. Got enough for the first. And he is brought down, but what a move he put on that first defender.
It's a good-looking run, and I'll say this. I know Georgia's always been known to run the football. They always want to be really physical, but it starts up front. They always seem to have great units on the offensive line, guys that communicate and guys that get pushed. And they've put many running backs into the NFL, but it's because of these big old hog mollies up front.
Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. To the air, it's Stockton. Hauls it in. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. They might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit them with a big run, now they hit them with a big pass.
Man, it's so hard to defend both. You know that. Which coverage do I want to put? Do I want to put more people in the box to stop the run? When you've got this kind of balance on offense, the defense can't be right.
And the Bulldogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Quarterback may change this route. Looking to throw on first down. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted.
And that's why these guys played defense. If that were an offensive player or receiver, that would have easily have been a catch. Come on, man. You've got to catch that and make that a pick.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it first down at the 42.
It's so nice to see defenders squeeze that pigskin. A lot of times, in great position, you see them there to make the play, but there's a reason they play defense. Not this time. Great job securing the interception.
On the move, he fires. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
On the move to the right and looking for a big one. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. First and 10. He goes right back to the air. Flushed out of the pocket. On the run, fires downfield. Not able to hook up the air, incomplete.
This quarterback, man, is scary fast. I think sometimes he's too fast. I think on a play like that, sometimes when you're on the run, you just want to sort of settle yourself a little bit, get your feet under you so you can make a more accurate throw.
Behind the chains now on second and long. They'll run play action. Pressure coming. Deep shot for the end zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
And the kick is good, but there's a penalty flag, and I think it's going to be roughing the kicker. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Running inside, it's Phillips. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
Grabs it in the middle. He gets it down to the 30-yard line, and time is running short here in the first half. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Stockton. Trying to beat the D deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Working well behind the sticks on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Looking to take a shot. Reels it in and goes out of bounds on the left side after the huge gain.
This running back is a big weapon in the passing game, and it's not just checkdowns, but he can run vertical routes. You saw it there. Nice job by the O-line, giving the QB time from the pocket to deliver that strike. But this running back is special. He's got a lot of tools in the toolbox. Really nice play design and a big-time pass and catch for this offense.
Looking to throw on first down. Stands in and takes the hit. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. It's caught. Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to pass. It's Stockton. Makes the grab. He gets it in. Touchdown, Georgia.
Man, that was beautiful clock management. Great job by this offense, sustaining the drive, not getting too much in a panic, and finishing the drive with a touchdown with not a lot of time on the clock.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They put together an 81-yard drive, and the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. Off play action. Throws it deep. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense. You're late in the first half. They're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
Safe completion on the screen. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. Georgia will kick it deep to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half, those 2 turnovers in the first.
Yeah, and I think coaches will tell you the #1 thing that you got to make sure you do is take care of the football. You want to create explosives, you want to put up a bunch of yards, but step 1, Jesse, taking care of the football.
It just goes to show you how critical those mistakes are. Only 2 plays. That's really what separates this team from potentially having the lead. If they clean up the errors, they've got a chance to win this game.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Here comes the heat. Unleashes one. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Puts him in the spin cycle. Runs through a man. He might have space. That is just a gargantuan play as he has it all the way down to the 12.
What a great play call offensively. Taking the shot, you flip the field, and now you better get those red zone play calls ready and dialed up.
They'll run it. It's Lacey. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jump-starts the offense.
And, man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle.
Number 17, set to kick it off.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. The RPO, it's complete.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line. Georgia going up tempo.
Great job by the offense, understanding where the sticks are. And look, they got the first down, and they're like, all right, let's crank this tempo up now. We got first down. Let's go fast.
And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
Deadlock here in the third quarter. It's 2nd and 10. They try to get it outside on the left. Could be an alley. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. They'll try to run for it. He didn't get it. Not only that, he lost yardage.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. On 4th down, going to the air. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it. But in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you've set them up. I just hope this one doesn't come back to bite you right in the hiney.
Bring in the heat. And they got him.
And that's not how you want to start a drive. On the very first play, you give up a sack and you lose a ton of yards. Quarterback, you've got to know, just throw the ball away, know when the play is over.
Trying play action. Oh, they're after him. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And that's back-to-back plays that are not good for this offense. I mean, you've got to protect your main man. Your quarterback has to be upright to make decisions, to make big plays. Sacked on first down and a quarterback hit on second down. Got to do a better job.
They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He's going for it all. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Might be changing the route. To the air, it's Stockton. Complete. Still running at the 40. Oh, a lot of space. The 30. The 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Bulldogs! They take the lead here in the second half.
And how about the big tight end doing the work for the quarterback, man? Nice, short, safe throw. And how about the speed, the athletic ability? You've seen the evolution of the tight end in the history of football, and this is exactly why. They went from being a big target to now a guy that can make plays after the catch and make big home run plays like he did right there.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. Fielded in the end zone. It's Alexander. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Lacey. Big collision there, and they'll mark him down after a 6-yard gain.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Grabbed behind the line. It's Gill. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
The bad news is it's incomplete, but the good news was the quarterback, I think, made the right decision that time, actually throwing it away. He's been burned a couple times early in this one with some picks in this game, and so that time, instead of trying to force the play and make something happen out of nothing, he just throws it away. The defense wins that down. You live to play another day.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And they get to him. Excellent coverage in the back end, and he just held the ball too long. Guys, look at this. I'm surprised they're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. The Bulldogs will use their first timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Steps into this one and unleashes a booming punt. My goodness. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. The run inside. It's Phillips. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
quite in the fourth quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. He wants to change this route. Looking for a man. It's Stockton. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
I think in this situation after that incompletion, 4th and short on your side of the field, the smart play is...
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Snags it, and he's open. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
And how about this offense, man? They put the ball in the hands of the guy they trust the most. 4th down, needed conversion. You're wanting to salt this clock away. You want this game to end with you guys possessing the football. Big 4th.
There he goes. Bulldozes his way through. He'll be pulled down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line as they play a little pitch, catch, and run.
Well, it's a really nice job by the quarterback that time, working through his progressions, because the running back was not the primary target on that play. You find the check down, though, and when you get it to that guy, if he's even got a little bit of room, he's got the wiggle and the speed, and he's going to make something really positive happen. He did right there.
Running the red zone, it's Phillips. Touchdown, Dogs! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays, and it was capped off with the 8-yard run.
Number 91, set to advance on the football.
And he's going to bring this one out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. So the Rebels come out to get this drive started. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Caught over the middle. It's Alexander. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Good start to this drive, and they'll need much, much more if they're going to give them a finish. Going deep. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
A little screen to the running back. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Got his man to the left. Off to the races. Past the 20. Touchdown, Rebels! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him. The Rebels surge back on top.
This receiver is dangerous because of what he can do after the catch. Once he has the football, he is so good at making defenders miss. You saw it on that play.
And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21.
That makes the score Georgia 28, Ole Miss 21.
Trailing by a touchdown here in the fourth. They'll try to get it back with the onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They were trying to steal a possession to draw a little closer in this game, but the ball didn't go 10 yards, so they'll take over the football with the lead. The offense likely to lean on the run to milk this clock. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Phillips. So the defense uses a timeout here. 2:08 remaining on the clock. They didn't want it to get down to the 2-minute stoppage.
They're just trying to sneak the back out to the right side there, but great job tackling on defense against a guy who's hard to bring down once he has the ball in his hand.
Back to pass on second down. Fires one high and deep. He makes a grab, and he will score! Touchdown, Bulldogs! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they stay on target with the extra point, up 35-21. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. Rebels offense is back on the field. He'll start this drive firing. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. He makes a catch. Oh, he's got some space. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. The Rebels come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Pulls it in, it's Hodge. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. Just on the edge of the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. Here comes the option. Now the pitch. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels. Great job by the back on the option. The Rebels surge back on top.
Yeah, and that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
They tack on the extra point, and they're down a touchdown, 35-28. Trailing by a touchdown here in the fourth, they'll try to get it back with the onside kick. It looked as if he got a hand on it before it traveled 10 yards, and that's going to be a penalty. These onside kicks are nearly impossible anyway, but you have to at least give them a chance by getting the ball 10 yards. They'll take the penalty and take over with the lead. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Carrying the ball with attitude down to the 42.
And this guy really has been a workhorse today. He's made plays days when his offense needed them the most. He's a guy who's reliable. They know they can turn around, give him the football, and he'll go make things work out. They're going to need him to finish this game. He has to continue playing well after that big run there.
To throw, it's Stockton. Got his man. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. Good job by the receiver knowing it was man coverage. If he's looking, he's booking. He gave his quarterback the eyes right away that says, hey, I'm not stopping. Put it out in front of me. I'm getting this first down.
They'll snap it from the 34 on 1st and 10. Wants to go right back downfield. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
That's a throw the QB would like to have back. He just has to do a better job giving his receiver a chance to make the catch.
Quarterback making adjustments. Running inside. It's Phillips. Pulled down for the tackle. Ole Miss calls its second timeout. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal.
It's a great play there by the defense, stopping that run. But now with less than a minute to go, you got to use your timeout. You got to try and conserve as much clock as possible to give yourself a chance to win.
Finds his tight end.
And I like what this offense did, man. They stayed aggressive. They were trying to get the first down through the air. But here's the good thing now. You punt the football away. You trust your defense. You got the lead late in this football game. One more stop, and there's a good chance you get the W.
And he got it! And now the lead is extended a little further.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. Good decision by the head coach here in the 4th quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
Number 91, set to kick off.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on 1st down, but 2nd down's coming up.
I think the frustrating thing for this offense at this point is they've had a lot of success, and still they find themselves down on the scoreboard. And so I think if you're going to get back in this game, you've got to go back to the well. Think about the play calls that have worked for you in this game, where you found success, where you found your explosive plays. Don't be afraid to call those plays again right now in this 2-minute situation.
Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Looking for more room. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Took it all the way back to the house. Game is essentially over right now. You wonder if it's really necessary to jack up the score like this.
It might not be necessary, but it won't be forgotten. I can tell you that, because coaches, they don't forget things like this. Late in games, you want to run the score up, get that extra touchdown. I'll get the chance in the future to do this back to you. I like it. Just keep it in the back of your mind.
And that extra point is a big one, as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the 4th. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Grabbed in the middle. It's Alexander. Turning it on. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Wants to throw on first down. Rushes on him. Fires to the wideout. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. Bust through behind his pad. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, two really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not, and that demonstrated itself today. The higher-ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent. They look good today.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.